Takopi's original sin is not an easy story to talk about. Like, at all. It's not just sad in a way that makes you cry a bit, and then you're okay. It creeps in and stays with you. It leaves you sitting in the dark for hours, wondering, how can life be this cruel? And yeah, a lot of us grew up watching animes with really dark themes. We're not new to the pain. But this one feels heavier, because most anime will hurt you, just a little, and then give you something to hold on to. This one just doesn't. There's no silver lining here, no battles you can win, and no heroes coming to save the day. Stories like this are hard to talk about, but I think that's exactly why they should be talked about, which is why seeing it get nominated for Anime of the Year really means a lot. I don't know if it'll actually win, but I genuinely think it deserves that spot. By the way, there will be spoilers from here on out, and this anime deals with some really heavy stuff. So if you haven't watched it yet, or you're not ready for that right now, you might want to pause here. The story starts with Shizuka, a kid who is very obviously not okay. Then she meets Takopi, this pink octopus-looking alien whose whole mission is to spread happiness. Which is pretty ironic because he lands straight into a life of a girl who has none of it. Like, Betty, you picked the worst possible assignment. But what does happiness even mean in the eyes of a 9-year-old kid? Having a family who actually takes care of you? Friends who do not hurt you? A safe place to go home to? Clean clothes? Books that aren't trashed? Shizuka carries the silent burden of pain. Her suffering is shaped by the absence of what should have been normal. And to her, no gadget or magic can never change that. Except for one thing, Chappie. Her dog is the only thing that makes her feel safe. But even that gets taken away from her. The one last piece of thread was severed. Takopi does not understand any of this. To him, pain is just something you can fix with a click of a gadget. So when Shizuka asks for one, he gives it to her, even if it means breaking the rules. And then Shizuka uses it in the only way she thinks happiness can never exist for her. In Takopi's eyes, things were simple. Happiness is something you could give, and pain is something you could fix. Before the first time, Takopi feels grief, confusion, and self-doubt. Emotions he was never meant to have. He starts to realize that Shizuka's pain runs deeper than anything he can easily fix. And maybe if he can begin to understand what it really means to hurt, he'll know what it takes to help someone heal. Takopi goes back in time, and we see what Shizuka is actually going through. And who's behind a lot of that pain? Marina. And yeah, let's be real. If you hate Marina right away, that's fair. I do too. I still kinda do, to be honest. She is cruel. She destroys Shizuka's things, throws them away, shoves them in the trash. She mocks her, makes her feel like she doesn't even deserve to exist. And she takes away the only thing Shizuka had left. Man, the bathroom stall scene, this one particularly, is very hard to watch. We see Shizuka reacting, shaking, terrified of what's about to happen. And Takopi, he is experiencing violence for the first time. By the way, Takopi transformed into Shizuka hoping he can use Dark no Jutsu with Marina, but nope, it didn't work. Shizuka starts to change. The pain she once endured becomes the pain she now inflicts. And that change starts affecting everyone around her, especially Takopi. He's willing to do anything for her, even if it means crossing the lines, breaking the rules, and slowly losing pieces of himself along the way. Azuma is one of the few people who genuinely cares for Shizuka, and she leans on that. She pulls him closer and drags him deeper. But no, she's not doing this to be cruel. Shizuka is drowning, and when you're drowning, survival starts to look messy. So Azuma takes it on, believing that if he lets go, she might completely fall apart. But the thing is, he's already carrying his own weight. Growing up in a home with constant pressure, high expectations, and a lot of disappointments. You're never quite good enough no matter how close you get. And then there's the pancakes. Yeah, freaking pancakes. As silly as it sounds, it meant everything to him. Because he was made to believe that love is something you earn, even in his home where it should have been given freely. He finally felt it with Shizuka and Takopi. To be acknowledged, validated, and needed, but his actions cost him a lot. His world starts to fall apart and he's left carrying even more guilt than before. A broken child's desperate attempt to reclaim control, to save someone else because he couldn't save himself. But here's the difference. Unlike Shizuka and Marina, his pain doesn't turn him cruel because Azuma has someone, Junya. And yeah, he's not perfect. He may have contributed indirectly to his brother's pain, but he sees Azuma. He sees that he was in pain, and he pulls him out of it. In a world that failed Azuma over and over again, Junya is the one who chooses not to. And then Takopi needed to become Marina. This is where you start questioning everything, whether you were ever on the right side, or if one even exists. And look, when you see a kid kicking and wanting to stop another kid, your first thought isn't, I wonder what's going on at home. Marina is awful. Period. But then Takopi sees something else. Not the version of Marina everyone sees at school, but the one behind closed doors. Her actual world. A home filled of neglect, abuse, and constant emotional isolation. Takopi's innocence completely crashes into the reality of human suffering. Pain, it does not always look the same. He still wants to do good. He really does. But now he doesn't even know what good means anymore. And then there's the mirror scene. He looks at himself and he sees Marina staring back. And that's his moment of reckoning. Was he really helping Shizuka by hurting Marina? Or was he just choosing a side in a fight where everyone was already wounded? And in that reflection, he realizes he isn't just here for Shizuka, but for Marina too. It started with Marina. She was his first friend. The girl whose smile once meant everything to him. And who might still be saved before the world breaks her completely. Marina isn't just a bully. She's a child crying out of love in the only way she knows how. And that becomes the hardest truth to accept. Behind every act of cruelty, there's a story of pain. And behind every child who hurts others is the one who was hurt first. Shizuka and Marina aren't just enemies. They're both victims of a world that failed them. Because the truth is, the kids were never the real problem. They were reacting, just trying to make sense of a world that hurts them first. Marina's dad abandons the family for Shizuka's mom, and her mom takes all the anger and dumps it straight onto her. That's a terrible hand to be dealt with as a kid. Shizuka's mom is barely around, and when she is, Shizuka is treated like an inconvenience. Imagine what it feels like for your mom to scold you for wearing a silly little flower on your hair, but she never cared about the bruises on your face. Or to have a dad who looks at you and see no one but a stranger. And then there's everyone else. Teachers, police, neighbors, people who clearly see something is wrong and just chose to look away. It was the adults who caused pain, the ones who failed to protect and failed to love these kids. The ones who passed down their wounds instead of breaking the cycle. Takopi understands that the wounds between Shizuka and Marina go far deeper than just schoolyard cruelty, and that pain turned them against each other.
待って僕のハッピー力待ってこれを犠牲にすれば待ってもう一度だけカメラが使えること待って待って待ってタコピーまでいなくなったら
Takopi's sacrifice gives them a chance to finally understand each other, to heal together. No, it does not undo what they went through. It doesn't erase the abuse or neglect. Those wounds don't just disappear. No matter how many times Takopi rewinds their lives trying to fix things. Because some wounds are not meant to be healed by just about anyone, except the ones who actually inflicted them. And sometimes, taking responsibility for something that was never truly yours only deepens the pain. But maybe he was right. Pain doesn't disappear, but it can stop from spreading. And maybe all it takes is to have someone who make you feel seen, heard, and understood. Not enough to magically fix everything, but just enough to stop hurting each other. And maybe that's how the cycle begins to break.
何見てんだよ。なんでもない。